Brett Dawson here at Oracle Arena in Oakland, where the game didn't look much like the first two times the Thunder played the Warriors this season. It did look a lot like one of those Thunder Warriors games from last season. 112-80, the Warriors win here at home. Used a big third quarter, some pretty good defense, some really bad Thunder offense to kind of run away from a team that had beaten Golden State twice and looked really good doing it. The Thunder had won the first two meetings by an average of 18.5 points a game. Tonight, though, really could not get anything working. Paul George couldn't make a shot. He was 1 for 14 from the floor. The Thunder shot 33% overall. Carmelo Anthony and Russell Westbrook also didn't have very good shooting nights. The Warriors shot the ball pretty well. They shot the ball from three really well. They didn't turn the ball over as much as they had in the earlier meetings. They used a big third quarter run, closed it off on a run that I think was 26 or 27 to whatever it was. It was a big run. I don't have the number in front of me. It really dominated that third quarter, and it was a lot like the third quarters last year when these two teams would play. The Thunder was kind of hanging around early, despite the fact that it wasn't shooting the ball well. And if you look at the first half, I thought Oklahoma City was really getting shots it wanted, shots it has been making against Golden State in the first two games. Pretty good looks from Paul George for three. Russell Westbrook got some pull-up shots. He was getting to the rim a little bit. They got some pretty good looks for Carmelo Anthony. They just got off to a really sluggish start from the three-point line and really shooting overall. Didn't get Steven Adams as involved as they have in some of these other Warriors games, but for the most part, the shots weren't so bad. The third quarter, things really started to pile up, and part of the reason was, Warriors got some second chance opportunities, got some offensive rebounds and turned those into points. Thunder turned the ball over some. There were some missed shots and really just got Golden State out in transition, which is something the Thunder, by forcing a ton of turnovers and shooting the ball really well, had prevented the Warriors from doing in the first two games. You didn't really see Golden State just killing them in transition. That was happening tonight. They're a hard team to match up with in those situations, and they're really just a hard team to not score against. If you don't score, if you don't keep pace with them offensively, you're really going to struggle. On a night when the Thunder just couldn't make any shots, it was hard to just maintain some kind of close, to keep that distance closed in that third and fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, kind of a walk away. It was a lot like the games the two teams played before. Starters on the bench, reserves out there playing, but Nick Young came off the bench and made a lot of shots in the third quarter. The Warriors bench was much better tonight. The Thunder's bench continues to be a bit of a problem. And it was just a pretty easy second half for Golden State. A little bit of controversy, as there often is when these two teams play. Some technical fouls, but the most sort of notable play, Zaza Pachulia falls on Russell Westbrook when Westbrook is on the ground. Westbrook, after the game, very agitated when reporters asked about it, said he thought the play was intentional. He said he thought for sure that Pachulia is a dirty player. Paul George backed up that assessment. Pachulia said it was childish and didn't want to respond to it, but did not appear to be pushed into Westbrook. Unclear exactly why he fell. Might have been an intentional play. Replay seems to show that. Don't want to say that definitively, but certainly Russell Westbrook was clear in what he thought about what Pachulia had done. So a little bit of spice, even in a blowout, tends to happen when these two teams get together. Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant also exchanged words. Carmelo joked after the game he was just congratulating Durant for winning the Community Assist Award from the NBA for January. Always a little bit of fun. Draymond Green was worked up. He also got a technical. He's one away from a suspension now. One more technical and he's out for one game. These teams will play again, and we'll have a whole lot of subplots to talk about then. But for now, really good teams aren't in the Thunder's future. They're going to play some games this week. They really need to win. They're going to come home and play Orlando on Monday, and then they hit the road. They go to Dallas and Phoenix before they play in Portland. We know all about the Thunder in Portland, and I don't think it's fair to expect a win there, given what's been happening there lately. But Orlando, Dallas, Phoenix, these are teams that are going to be in contention to get the #1 pick in the NBA draft. They are teams that right now do not have motivation to win. These are some games that Thunder's really got to get going on. They're as close to being out of the playoffs as they are to moving up a seed. Right now they're pretty close to the Clippers at 9th, so it wouldn't be a far-fetched thing for them to at some point fall out of this race. So these games come at a good time, but we've seen the Thunder struggle with some bad teams. Need to shore that up this week. Take care of business against some teams that really there's no reason for the Thunder to even be in close games with. Even though a couple of these games are on the road, they should take care of business here. If they want to start to make a move up, these are the games they have to win. We'll see if they can kind of get over that hump and get over that problem that they've had getting up for these kinds of teams. That's it from Oracle Arena. Now here's some post-game video from Billy Donovan, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony.